Well, you may hire a babysitter, a hairdresser, or a personal trainer to help you keep your life in order. But when it comes to your money, how do you know if you need to hire a professional to help keep your portfolio in check? Barbara Williams and Gloria Foote from Financial Focus are here. And, you know, you guys say that there are some times where it is so imperative that you have one for the health of your sanity, your friends, your family, and just to keep your life in order.
That's right. I mean, it's typically events that drive somebody to a financial planner. They mainly fall in like 4 categories. You have divorce, you have the death of a spouse, maybe the death of another family member where there's an inheritance involved, and then retirement. And they're the things that totally change what you're doing financially, and you need to look at the whole picture all over again.
It can be so overwhelming with these life changes. And so, Gloria, I know that's where you and Barbara come in, because with your expertise that you guys have, you're able to really calm people's nerves, give them a sense of compassion, and give them all the tools that they need to help make some very smart decisions.
Well, Barbara's absolutely right. There are a number of reasons why one might come into a large sum of money, and the one that we wanted to focus on a little bit today, because the emotions are different in every single instance, is the inheritance side. And so receiving an inheritance can create a tremendous amount of excitement, and you want to make sure that your emotions don't override your common sense. So it's time to step back and understand what that inheritance is going to do for you, and to take a deep breath. And so in looking at the big picture and understanding how it will work for you, the first thing you want to think about is, where am I today, and what can this inheritance actually accomplish for me? And so the first thing we have you look at is probably credit card debt. Today, with things being as they are, people have a tremendous amount of credit card debt often, and it is the worst debt you can have in your life. So probably paying off the credit card debt, great idea. And then secondly, looking at perhaps your car payment. And once you get rid of credit card debt and a car payment, that frees up a lot of cash flow. So now you can establish an emergency fund and then start thinking about the investment side of things and how that might work to improve the rest of your life.
A lot of things to think about, and that's where your expertise comes in. And Barbara, you made an excellent point before this segment. You said money changes everything, and it's just human nature that it does. So you want to equip people in the case that an inheritance comes into play, that it could be used in a really smart, healthy manner.
Yeah, we probably have all heard the statistic that on average inheritances are gone in 18 months. And how sad. This is a life-changing event that you can sit back and say, what do I want the rest of my life to look like? And so at that point it's time maybe to look at, what can I do with this money to help my retirement, to set up income that would perhaps last the rest of my life, do charity types of things that I would like to do, to really look at what's my whole value system and how do I want to incorporate this opportunity to make a life change.
What do you think, Gloria, are the most common mistakes when people receive an inheritance that they do unknowingly, and how can we turn it around for them?
That is such a great question. I will tell you, when people get an inheritance, sometimes they view it as a windfall as opposed to an opportunity. And truly it is an opportunity, and as I said, again, the common mistakes that people make will be to maybe go buy a bigger house, obligate themselves for something much bigger, buy a better car, take a big vacation. Again, they treat it as a windfall as opposed to an opportunity. And so really what we'd like them to do is look at it, a gift, very simply. Look at the word GIFT as a gift, be grateful. The I is use your intelligence, and don't make those mistakes. Step back, take the deeper breath and make the right decisions. Be fiscally responsible and take your time. Take the time to understand what the investments can do for you and how they can really improve your life.
I love that analogy. Gift, a really good way to have that mindset. And you guys want to gift people that are watching today with all of your amazing skills, and you're offering a free consultation to your Financial Focus services.
Right, so that people can come in and say, here's what my situation is, how do you folks work, and do we click well together, and can we work together and get on track?
Well, ladies, I think this is such an amazing issue. I'm so glad we're talking about it, because in a time when this comes, when there's a death in the family and a crisis, you want the family to come together and not be split apart. by the money.
Absolutely.
So wonderful. Thank you so much, Financial Focus, and all the information will be on our website. If you were so enthralled you couldn't get a pen to write it down. Great to have you today, and have a wonderful Wednesday.